Another one. Another one. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I got my man. This brother has been definitely an inspiration to the community, to me, to Discipline Club. 59 years old, 59-year-old microbiologist brother. I want to introduce y'all to brother Larice, man. This brother is down. Actually, let me be quiet, per usual. Introduce yourself, brother, and we just gonna start with your result after you introduce yourself.
I appreciate the kind words, Coach. Good afternoon, brothers. My name is Larice. Like Coach said, I'm 59 years old and started this journey a little over 90 days ago, and it's been good. I'm down 42 pounds from 330 to 288 and still moving. Uh, had some challenges along the way, but with Coach encouragement and tips and challenges, it's been a good journey. You'll have roadblocks, but just keep pushing through it.
So, man, the first thing I wanna let's start with where were you when you started? Like at 3:30. Like explain to me what that life was like at 3:30.
At 3:30, it was a little disappointing. You know, you look in the mirror and you see pictures of yourself, and you're like, "How did I get here?" And then you look at your clothes, how you can't wear the clothes that you like to wear. You know, I like to wear suits, and I can't wear the suits that I used to be able to wear. Uh, Having a gut, not being able to tuck in your shirt without your gut hanging over your belt, and that's really not a good look, and it's not a good feeling. So I looked in the mirror one day and I looked at some photos and I said, I got to change this. You know, this is not me. And it was just the weight just creeps up on you, and I take full accountability to it because
Yeah,
not being motivated, not being dedicated, and not being focused.
man, and explain how you feel now. What's the difference? The biggest differences between then and now.
I feel much lighter on my feet. That's a big difference. Um, a good dilemma is I might have to flip a wardrobe. I might have to flip the wardrobe pretty soon. Looking at clothes kind of hanging off of me. Um, I notice I'm sleeping a little better. I'm not snoring as much or as loudly, as I've been told. Uh, it feels good. I mean, the see yourself losing the weight and sticking to your routine and seeing that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have a ways to go. My when I started this, my goal was to lose 100 pounds in a year. On my 59th birthday, which was in June, I said, hey, on my 60th birthday, I want to be in the best shape that I've been in, and I want to be down at least 100 pounds. I want to be 225.
We getting there. We getting there. So, man, man, when I say your level of dedication and no excuses and no days off, please tell the brothers the trials you went through throughout this
Oh,
time.
I started out pretty well, and I ran into an injury. Well, first, I had a lot of things planned. I had some trips that I had to go to outside of the country, and traveling and stuff. And then I had to convince myself that I can't miss a workout.
Mm-hmm.
So I found a way to work out. I found myself even walking in the rain one night,
Let's go.
hoping that it would end by dark or something, but it didn't. So I had my wife go out there and watch me walk. And then um, I was doing so well on my walks, I had gotten down to 30 minutes, 2 miles in 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
down from, I think I started out at 43 minutes. So, me, being over ambitious, I said, well, I'm going to cut some more seconds off this. So I started running up the hills. So the park that I walk, to, it has hills, not big hills, but slight elevation. So every time I see a hill, I would run up the hill.
Yeah.
So I did that for a couple of weeks, and then next thing you know, I had tendonitis. I had bone spurs in my heel,
Mm.
so that shut me down for 6 weeks. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do any walking or running or anything like that. So I had to find a way to get some more cardio in. So I started riding the bike, and my podiatrist said no impact. So I asked him. I said, "Well, what about walking in place?" He said, "That's fine." He said, "Just get you a mat, a gym mat, and do that." So I was in a boot for 6 weeks. However, but when I got home, I was allowed to take the boot off, day by day, and I started walking in place. So you
10,000
challenged
steps a
us,
day.
yeah, and you challenged us. You said you need to get in 10,000 steps. So I was like, when I come home, I would have like maybe 6,000.
Can you still hear me, bro? Loris, you still there? Did we lose you? Uh, Yo, Loris, can you hear me still? I think that was you. I think you tapped out. I'll wait for you. All right, I'm sure he'll be back. I'm keeping this thing running. If you in here, feel free to comment. If you on one of the streams, feel free to comment if you in here with your takeaways. I'm gonna wait until he gets back in, man. His brother has definitely got an extremely powerful story. I'll continue telling it until he gets back. But when I say this brother was doing 10,000 steps walking in place due to his injury, like that is another level of motivation and dedication. Like that, and our code, inside of Discipline Club is three parts to our code: is no excuses, no days off, and no BS. When I say no excuses, this brother was a walking, living example of no excuses. No excuses. 10,000 steps walking in place to hit his goal. When the average person is going to stop or quit when they get an injury, man, this brother, no excuses. It's no excuses. There's never any excuses, man. I'm trying to get him back in here because I want him to tell this story, not me. Let me see if I think he's trying to get back in. All right, let's see if this gets him in. 59 years old, 10,000 steps walking in place while his injury heals. That's motivation. That's dedication. That's discipline. That's discipline. All right, there he goes. All right. All right, there we go. We back.
Oh, I apologize,
No,
brothers.
you all right. You all right. Shoot, it's live is live. We gonna figure it
Yeah,
out.
I had to switch to the phone.
Perfect. All right, you can go ahead. Yeah, I kind of started like just telling it, but I want you to tell it. No excuses. 10,000 steps a day standing in place. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I managed to get it in the 10,000 steps, and I started riding the recumbent bicycle, the sit down bicycle to make up for the inability to do cardio. And I finally got out of the boot a couple of weeks ago. So now I'm back walking. I'm starting off kind of slow, so I'm back at 40 something minutes to do my 2 miles.
I think it's tapping out on us again.
Workout,
There we
and
go.
it's been pretty good. Still losing.
Let's
It's
go.
kind of slow. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but I'm still losing though.
So what, when you join the club, brother, like what can you say helped you the most inside of the coaching, the training, the app? Like what helped you the most, man?
The app, the camaraderie with the brothers, you challenging us every now and then with you'll add something to the wrinkle to the fold. That has helped out a lot. Staying on point, staying focused, uh, developing that habit of getting up. I was getting up 4 o'clock every morning and getting the workout in, and that helped out a lot. To being able to track your progress and your workouts, and that has been tremendous because this is the first time that I have been able to sustain a uh, a fitness regimen over this long
Mm.
a time, and
Mm.
I have not missed a workout since June 1st since we started.
No, hey, no days off. We don't take days
DOE,
off in the club. Discipline over everything. No
yes,
days
sir.
off. We don't take days off. So, what was your struggle before? Like, clearly everybody that joins me has been wanting to lose weight. For you, what was the struggle to get the weight off?
My struggle was discipline. Juices, sodas, uh, the fast food. Um, it was the diet pretty much.
Yeah.
Uh, I wasn't very active, but I was active enough to where if I hadn't, been undisciplined with my diet, I wouldn't have gotten up to 3:30. And of
Mm.
course, with the thing that happened back in 2020, uh, I think I put on, I think I put on about 30 pounds during that 3 year period.
Okay.
And
I think I lost. I think it's
on
going
it.
in and out again. There we go. It went in and out. It's back now.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
No, you good.
Yeah, it was just a diet, just
Okay.
being undisciplined and not being motivated,
Yeah.
and it just jumps on you.
So how did it affect your confidence? And now that you're down, 40 pounds, I feel like when you lose, you can really feel the difference in that confidence. Then, like from where it is, I feel like most brothers come in, they tell me, I still got my confidence, and it's like you don't know what it would be like, if you lost weight. So how was the confidence then, as you could reflect versus now?
Well, definitely you're self-conscious about your appearance, how you look in clothes, and I'm feeling much better now. uh Confidence is back up to where it was prior to the weight gain, and
Okay, fire.
and for me it's just feeling good about yourself and your appearance and your clothes, and looking back on how you used to look when you wore nice clothes,
Mm.
and losing the weight, it just keeps you motivated to get even better.
Yeah.
So you make plans to lose the weight and what you're going to do, how you're going to look, and how you're going to maintain it. So and the confidence is back. I mean, you can't say that you never lost it. I mean, that, come on now.
Yeah.
But
I get it every
but
day. Like when I say
yeah,
I feel like I feel like it's a black man pride to just not, be vulnerable. And I get it because that's how a lot of us were cultured growing up. But it's like, brother, you can't say you got a 10 out of 10 confidence with a gigantic gut. Like now, I'm not saying you don't have any confidence. I'm not saying you don't have some levels of it, but 10 out of 10 is when you could just take your shirt off. A 10 out of 10 is when you wear
exactly.
whatever clothes you want to wear. Like that's a 10 out of 10. Like that is a 10, right? For a female, when we say 10 out of 10, like you're not just saying, yeah, like 10 out of 10 is 10 out of 10. So, but keep going, brother.
But that's the ultimate goal for me, to be able to go uh to the beach, have my shirt
Yep.
off, and feel
Yep.
confident about your appearance, and even getting compliments. Even now, people say they notice a difference
Hmm.
at work. People see you from afar, and they're like, "I didn't know that was you. I was wondering who that was," and you turned around, it was you. And
Yeah.
people can see the difference, and that helps boost your confidence.
And what about work, brother? Like, how is your energy, mood, productivity levels now?
Well, working out that early in the morning, it does give me energy. Going into work. I do a lot of standing, and I also do a lot of sitting.
Okay.
So that having that energy going into work, that helps with that, and it helps with the stamina at work also. I'm not sluggish heading towards noon or anything. I still have a high level of energy, and again, being light on my feet. Uh, at work, I had implemented walking up the stairs. Uh, 3 times a day. Once I get there, I'll go up the stairs. It's about 3 flights of stairs. Just before lunch and just after lunch, I'll go up the stairs. And just before I
Let's
leave, I'll go
go.
up the stairs and get that little exercise in. But the energy level is better. I can see an improvement, and definitely just lighter on my feet. That's the biggest difference that I
Light on
noticed.
your feet. Yeah. Yeah. So my final question is, I always ask this at the end, man. You got a brother that's hesitant in joining the club, making excuses, this, that, and the other. What advice would you give him? Let's say he's in your situation, like you've been struggling for how many years were you struggling with your weight? Let me ask that first.
Man, a good 15 to 20.
Ooh, 15 to 20 years. Let's say you got a brother that's been struggling for 15 to 20 years, man. What advice would you give him? He's interested. He's looking at all my stuff, but he ain't pulled the trigger, man. What would you tell him?
I would say pull the trigger. Everything else up to this point hadn't worked for me. I didn't have a group of brothers who were similar to me as far as dealing with weight. I never had that camaraderie, and I never had a mentor or a coach
Hmm.
who understands our situation and our plight of how we deal with weight. And I would say give it a shot. I mean, you can't lose. I don't think you have anything to lose. But
Yeah.
wait,
Well, wait. All right,
that's it.
check my resume. Check my resume.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
brother, I appreciate you. I think I'll say just some closing notes. Like, I get a lot of men that you want to see my results. You want to see if it's real. Like this brother's 59 years old, and no excuses. No, like he hasn't taken a day off working out since June. That's your mind. That's not your body, man. Like that's your mind. Discipline is mental, it's not physical. You cannot tell the body to do something that your mind didn't convince it to do. The body is just listening to the mind. It's just a vessel, it's just a vehicle, right? Somebody got to drive it and steer the wheel. So the final thing I would say is the real struggle, and this is why, I want when somebody says I want a personal trainer, you're trying to like, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying pick me over. That's not the point. It's you think that this is a physical game. It's a mental one. Your mind is the
Absolutely.
problem, not your body. Unless you have a handicap, you don't have a physical issue. You have a mental issue. Mentally, you won't work out. Mentally, you keep drinking juice. And for this brother, the last two brothers I've had on, it was you and it was Anthony. 59-year-old brother down 40 pounds. Anthony is 62 years old.
Yeah,
He
that brother's
weighs
a
the
beast.
same as me. He weighs the same as me now. Like that's that's this. That's this, man. So I commend you, brothers. Man, I just commend you, brother, and just keep going because you are killing it, man. No excuses, injuries, traveling. whatever's going on, you locked in, and that's because you done made up your mind. So it's gonna be easy to be down 100 pounds by next year. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be real easy. Like we're gonna be playing by the end. It's gonna be fun and games. You might be doing pull ups by the end, like
Yeah,
well
that's the goal.
beforehand. Any final notes for the brothers watching?
I would say stick to it. Try to be as disciplined as you can, and the diet, that's the really, that's the kicker right there, is the diet. Because during this whole process, there was a couple of times where I slipped up, and it was because of the diet. I was looking to lose weight, and when I didn't lose weight, or as one week I gained a pound, and then I can look at what I ate that Monday and that Wednesday. I had, I broke down and I stopped by, one of the fast food joints, or I got some Popeyes, and I was like, "Yep, there it was. That's what got me." So
Yep.
it's the diet. I mean, just cutting out some stuff, the sugar, the bread, uh, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, fellas. Another one. DJ Khaled voice. Appreciate you, brother Lorice, for coming on. Y'all, we'll be back when he hit, 75. But we'll be back. We'll be back. We
Yes,
got a few
sir.
more of these to go. All right. Discipline over everything. Let's get it.
Appreciate it, brother.